Broadcasting from Miami, Florida.
Check this out.
Let's go. Welcome to 25-8 The Culture. Yeah. On who's hot and who's not. Everything hip-hop. Turn it on, turn it up, get it loud. Here we go. You're now vibing with 25-8 The Culture.
Yo, it's your boy DJ Pablo Maccabee from 25-8 The Culture with your host D-Wise from the Big Fellas. What it do?
Yo, what's up? You already know it's your boy D-Wise. Something new for y'all all the time. It's glistening when the lights hit it. Talk about that later. Anyways, we got a great show on for y'all. You know what I mean? We got something special. But I'll let, DJ Pablo Maccabee say what it is. And let's get to it, yo.
We got my boy in the building, Big Money Boy Lance for Nobody's Podcast. What it do, big homie?
You know the vibes, fellas. Got my drink in my right hand. Smoking the other one.
But Lance, what are you sipping on, though?
Got that Henny in the cup.
You guys know I got the Henny in the cup.
Okay.
And also, too, I got to introduce our special guest, one of my homeboys that I'm working with. Jah Single.
Blessings. This is Jah Single, you know what I mean? A bad chick on my type. Love to see the girl when you ride on bike. Big up 258 The Culture all the time. Every time.
Yo, man. Much respect. So happy to have you on the show. Before getting to our normal topics and stuff, I just want people to know who Jah Single is, yo. So, Jah Single, he out of Jamaica, you feel me? Based in Miami at the moment. He has, a bunch of, good music coming out. I think, when are you dropping? February 8th or something like that? Or February something?
I have an EP coming February the 5th. So, you know what I mean? That will be out soon.
And what's the title of the EP?
All right, so the title of the EP is called In My Element, right? That is based on, just things that I was going through at the time with Corona, Black Lives Matter movement, a bunch of stuff that, is personal to me. So that's why I titled it In My Element.
Okay. I had the pleasure to, hear a lot of these tracks. So, I know one of the producers you're working with, Doja, Don't Oversleep in America. So, I had the pleasure to be in the studio and hear some of these tracks. The one about Corona, man, that's a dope track, man. You feel me? What's the name of that track?
All right, so the name of that track is called so that, first of all, when I was creating that track, I was looking at everything that was going on. From people dying and not getting the proper warning that was supposed to be out there, So the name of that track is called Global Crisis.
Yeah. Can you give us a little bar or verse?
All right. So I start up by saying, we're in a global crisis. We're in a global crisis. This is a global crisis. Only Jah can save us. No, this is not about fighting for power. Save the world and claim another hour. So many people lay down in the cemeteries and a lot more dear dead door. It's time to unite, collaborate forces and fight this new fight, yeah. It's not about your arrogant tweets coming, no, you love the spotlight. That's why, you know what I mean? So,
Bullets!
Yo, man, you feel me?
Yo, Lance, pass that blunt virtually from your screen to my screen, my nigga. I was vibing with that. You feel me? Give me that shit, say. I was vibing with that, man. For real. Just a few questions. I know we got a couple of things, and then we're gonna, thank you for being here first and foremost. I know I got some questions. I'm pretty sure Lance probably have a couple of questions, and we'll get to the rest of our topics. I gotta let you know that I'm looking forward to the project and the name that you gave your project. Say it again.
In My Element.
That shit just sounds raw to me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, when I heard you say that, I felt that shit. So, blessings to that, and I know you're gonna do good. And then the single you came out with, which is Galatrap, right? Am I saying it right? Because my accent come in and out. I'll be practicing. It don't sound good all the time. But no, real talk. I listened to that. I was vibing, yo. So that's and yeah, man. Like I said, you got a married man in trouble with that, because I was playing that, looking at all the booty in the video. You feel what I'm saying? And listening to what was going on, man. It was great. So I just want to give you Respect to that. 2 questions I got for you, and then I'll bounce to the left, maybe 3, depending on how it goes. But coming from Jamaica and going to Miami, what like as far as musically, what are you like inspired by? Because you're going to like 2 different cultures. There's some similarities, but you're going from 2 different cultures. So how do you take those 2 different cultures and put it into your music? Like, how do you make it blend so well?
All right, so Miami is a very diverse culture. Like, I'm an artist that listen to different genre of music, right? So I might listen to some Latin, you know what I mean? I might listen to some just various artists, African song like Afrobeats, you know what I mean? So I take all those music that I listen to, you know what I mean, and fuse it into my music. Because if you listen to some of the songs that I sing, it doesn't have like only a Jamaican flow to it or a reggae flow. You know what I mean? Like I have a song that says, "Hey there, Mama Sita, so nice to meet you. I'm gonna make you mine." You know what I mean? So it's like it's a reggae Afro rhythm, but yes, still I'm using what you know what I mean, the Miami culture, which is you know what I mean, a little Spanish that are Spanglish, you know what I mean, to fuse it. So that's how I fuse everything together, you know what I mean? Because music is worldwide. It's not just reggae or hip hop or Afro beats or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Music is for the world. When you release the music, it's for the world. You know what I
gotcha.
mean? That's what I try to.
And the other thing I want to say is like, give me 3 favorite influences, favorite artists from any genre. Give me one old school, you know what I mean? Like old school, you feel what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, you can go that far back, like, 70s, 80s, then give me one from like the 90s, 2000, then give me someone recent. And then, you know what I mean? Just try to pick your mind and see like what you're feeling right now. Like, so who's influences right now? Someone recently, something old school, you know what I mean? 70s, 80s, and someone 90s, 2000s that you like a lot.
All right. So I would say like Bob Marley is one of my biggest influence.
That's cheating. I knew you were gonna say that. But no, that's cool. I got you. So Bob Marley, that's your old school.
Yeah. So Bob Marley, you know what I mean, man like Barry Summon also, you know what I mean? In the 90s, I would say, bro, I gotta say like Bounty Killer Beanie Man. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much artists, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You have the Alkalines out there, you know what I mean? You have the, you know what I mean, Vibes Cartel, you have so much great artists out there, so it's very difficult to choose right now. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I look, you know what I mean? I would say Mavado, if I'm gonna choose one.
I got you. All right. I'm gonna give it to Lance, man. Lance, what you thinking? What you talking about? What questions you got?
Oh, I got a question. My question is, who do you listen to that's active now in music? Like somebody putting on music right now. Who do you like to listen to? It doesn't necessarily have to be your genre of music from any genre. Who do you listen to?
Burna Boy, straight. Burna Boy. Like
Burna Boy?
I've been like listening to Burna Boy project, bro. Like he just put out a project called African Giants. You know what I mean? And then he put out another one called Twice as Tall, and that's what I've been bumping to like about a couple of months now. So
okay,
yeah, man.
And
right,
what was you gonna say, Lance? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say I might have to look into that.
Yeah, man. Burna Boy is an African.
I want to hear what you're listening to.
Yeah, man. Burna Boy, man, is pretty dope. DJ Pablo Maccabee, no man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? DJ Pablo.
I got one last question before you know what I'm saying, we get to our topics. There's a crowd of women.
Yeah.
Every type you can imagine. Every culture, every island, whatever. There's a crowd. They're all there. Listen to you. Which girl do you pull up on the stage to dance with while you're performing?
Yo, you know, say reality is still like I would choose a black woman. You know, I love my black, like I don't know, I love my black woman.
You just got all the queens on your side with that answer, so good answer.
That's a fact.
All right, DJ Pablo Maccabee, what's up?
Yo, so this is my favorite verse from the song you have called Gal Trap. How did you come up with this verse? Me come first, your boyfriend come last, me presidential chief of staff. Yo, That bar, dog. Like
Yeah.
when I play this song, like here in the house, that's my favorite line from the song. Is like, yo, me come first, your boyfriend come last. Me presidential chief of staff. Yo, how did you come up with that bar? Like, what were you like? What were you thinking about when you came up with that line?
Yo, say, that's from like, what I mean, me and my brethren them reasoning and, I mean, like, one of my homeboy was talking about, I mean, a girl, basically that he was dealing with, right? And um, basically she have a man and, I mean, every time he's calling her phone. So he said, yo, like, yo, you don't know, you're here with me, we answer the phone. You know what I mean? So that line is taken from that scenario, right? It's basically, if you're telling a woman not to answer her man's phone call, basically you're the president chief of staff. You're the man. You are the man in charge, right? So, you know what I mean? That line come from a real life scenario, you know what I mean? So
Lance can't stop shaking his head, so he agrees with you 110%.
That shit is fire, bro.
Yeah, that's my favorite line.
Unless you're the boyfriend, of course, but
Lance know the thing, man.
All right, before we continue with our topics, I see you got the Jah Single shirt on. Yo, let people know where they can find you at, where they can get your merch, all that.
Yep. So you could find me at Jah Single on all platform, right? JAHSINGLE. On my Instagram account, right? In the bio, the link will be there for Teesprings. So my Teespring website have all of these merch. You know what I mean? So this is the name of, actually this is the artwork for the EP that's coming out in my elements. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
I can't wait for this fucking project, yo. Like everything you're showing me, and I got real like, yo, I'm copying this shit ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And then I already know you and DJ Paul Mac will be about to do another, like, whether it's a single or project or something that's gonna be in the club. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. On top of that, me and DJ Pablo, for real, we have a single that is gonna you know what I mean, come out also. We're doing some work, we're in the process of doing some work. You know what I mean? So let's look out for that person.
We got some for the ladies coming, you feel me? So
you know, you already know. So you know what I mean? We have a lot of
for the weed smokers too. This guy.
Oh, you got a track, yo. Drop that verse from you got a weed track. Drop it.
Yeah, man. Oh, something like so me have a song. It haven't come out as yet. So this one is like, it goes like this. Me higher than a jet plane. I do some marijuana, rocket fuel to me brain. Oh yes. Weed man, get the Mary Jane. Brain no have no traffic neuron flying like a rocket. Which part, the way spot, the chill spot there. Right on me weed spot, me chill spot there. Which part, me weed spot, the chill spot. Brain no have no traffic neuron flying like a rocket. You know what I mean? And some stuff in the pipeline, man. You know what I mean?
Anytime a weed smoker hits as you singing, you know you was going through something. You
I'll give them the other one. One, Pablo.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you. What?
I like that shit. I like this.
Yeah. Should I give them the other one?
Yeah, give them the other one too.
All right. So the other one goes like this. I feel smoke pull up my lungs when me inhale and exhale the blunt, yeah. Sativa or purple skunk, it is a tree, so just give me a branch, boy. There's something about the herb, something about the plant. Take me on a higher wave, a higher chant. There's something about the plant. Watch out, man. There's something about the herb, something about the plant. Take me on a higher wave, a higher chant. There's something about the plant. Watch out, man. High grade is what I need. Cut it up, find and me plant the seed. I years now them a fight the weed, now them legalize it just for capital greed. I what a go on in this a regime, them say that them a talk about medical marijuana while the rest of them steaming. Babylon move sideways and lean cause them know say the patent a fame. But you know man, there's something about the herb, something about the plant. Take me on a higher wave, a higher chant. There's something about the plant. Watch out, man. Blessings.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's a banger. You need to drop that cash app. You motherfuckers just got a free concert out here.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You drop that, you know what I'm saying? When you drop that, you know what I'm saying? Please make sure there's a copy for me, signature, man. I already know you going places. Don't forget about us. That's 25 ain't the culture, my nigga.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, like 25, the culture is hit, man, bro. Like this is hit, man. You know what I mean? This platform is amazing, and you know what I mean? It's an honor for me to even be on this platform. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, man. Blessings to you, bro.
You know what I mean? So most definitely.
Respect, man. Yo, I enjoy that. I enjoy that little quick little interview before we get into the topics, man. You feel me?
That's a fact. That's real talent right there. Ain't no auto-tune, ain't no nothing.
Word.
He sang it straight out for you niggas. Just like, that's talent, yo. Support talent.
I want to say big up Jamaica. Yo, big up Trinidad. Yo, big up the Caribbean. Big up Panama, Puerto Rico. All that. Reggae, reggaeton, everything. You feel me?
Everything. Africa, Uganda,
Nigeria. All right, man. So we're going to get into our first topic. Yo, Jah Single's going to stay on. He's going to, maybe comment on some of the stuff and whatever like that. So our first topic.
Yo, before you do that though, we gotta do I gotta put out the thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, so we hit 100 subscribers. We've been doing this for 2 months right now. 25 8 the culture. Yo, keyword. Not
yet. They gotta watch for the keyword. That's the
keyword.
Yeah. I was gonna say this and then I'll let him go. You know what I mean? Like he said, we hit 100 subscribers. So thank you to all of us. We do it for y'all. Without it, I appreciate all the feedback. All our DMs are open. So whenever you guys make a suggestion, you already know Lance speaks on it. You know what I'm saying? D-BadAZZ, your boy will speak on it. DJ Paul McAfee speak on it. We speak on what the people want. So thank you for all that. We're giving away because of that. To say thank you to you guys. We're giving away a product. You know what I'm saying? Some type of clothing, whatever. So at one point in time, that boy DJ Paul McAfee is gonna tell you what to leave in our comments. The first one that leaves that in the comments, you guys are definitely gonna get a gift. You know what I'm saying? He almost said the word. He almost blew it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, D-Wise, I want to say thank y'all for everything, all the views, all the likes, everything. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. So this is our way of saying thank you.
Yo, we nothing without our fans. You feel me? So we're really thankful that we had 100 subs. You feel me? All right, now going on to our first topic. So somebody got released out of prison. Rowdy Rebel. He out. He free. He's out here. So what's up? He stayed loyal to the code. Him and the whole Bobby Smurda gang. GS9, they stayed loyal to the code. Came out. Niggas out here saluting him. Gave him some bread. He out in the studio already putting in that work. Let's see if the coach is going to, respect his gangster in a way. You feel me? By staying loyal to a certain type of code. Not being a 6'9" or a snitch 9. You feel me? So let me know what your thoughts are about that, D-Wise.
All right, so check it. He came home. Everyone saw the footage of him. You know what I'm saying? Riding, talking. Taking videos, and I'm happy that the community is supporting this dude. You know what I'm saying? And what I really got to say is all that love that was fucking bullshit that Tekashi 6ix9ine got. You know what I mean? All that shit that nigga got. This nigga better get that times 10. You feel what I'm saying? Stay loyal. Shut the fuck up. Then, hey, I don't know what's going on. Ate his time. Heard no complaints. You feel what I'm saying? Ate it up. Came back and looked like he went right to the studio and got to work. So definitely show love for that because he respected the game, he respected the code, you know what I mean? He respected the culture of how he gets down, how things are supposed to go. And he's actually talented too, you know what I'm saying? It's not just a story of this, that, and the third. So hopefully when he puts his project out, when it comes out, everyone go listen to it. I want to see the same push for this cat, you know what I mean? So much harder than the push that you have for Tekashi. Niggas know what Tekashi did, but this nigga didn't skip a beat when he got out. That's a fact. So this nigga better be put on some throne shit for real. You know what I mean?
Yo, big up New York. Real niggas winning. Rowdy home. That's yo. when you do the right thing, when you live that life and you live that code and you respect that life, yo, you deserve all credit. And it seems like people are respecting what he did. Came home with some chains. Boy, look fresh out here. That new piece he got with the one eye and the glow in the mouth. Yo, that shit is sick. Already in the studio, I love it. Yo, it's just a win for New York, man. Like, it's so much corny shit going on out here in the world. It's amazing to see a real nigga win. Like, that's just what it's about. We're in a culture now where it's almost acceptable to be a snitch or acceptable to be a shady motherfucker. And for a nigga that stood his ground, said, nah, fam, that's what we do. Stick to the code, we not saying nothing, it's major. So ain't nothing but respect. New York win, Rowdy win, the fam win. Shout out to the gang.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Jah Single, you got something to comment on this or not?
All right. So basically, that what that shows me is that this guy have ethics, right? Like in everything, right? In business, you have to have ethics, right? If you're doing a life of crime, right? There's certain things that you have to come with. All right. So say you do something, say consequences is there. You know what I mean? A man really do go and just do the time for it. Okay, you don't know, say there's a possibility. You know what I mean? So he have went, you know what I mean, behind bars and pay his dues. You know what I mean? Now he's a reformed citizen to society. You know what I mean? So that's my take on that. He have ethics. You know what I mean? And you have to give him that. You know what I mean?
The words of Nipsey Hussle, he was like, "What's your backbone at? Where your code at?" You feel me? And like, yo, like, I'm a type of person, I pride myself with a code. You feel me? Like, whatever your code is as a man, you should have a code that you live by. You know, because even if you break your own code, it just shows you like you ain't even loyal to your own code. You feel me? So you know, I feel like every man should have a code that they live by. Moving on to the next topic, Bill Cosby praises little Boosie, and which I thought was kind of unusual because you know Bill Cosby that type of guy that he don't really be praising people of the black community that kind of look like Boosie, talk like Boosie, the lifestyle that Boosie like represents and stuff like that. D-Wise, what's your thoughts on this?
You know, when it comes down to that, I'll say one thing, you know what I mean? No matter all this man's flaws, you feel what I'm saying, which it seems like he's got a lot of them, whatever people are saying right now, Bill Cosby has done a lot of good. He did. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not going to take that away from the man. And a lot of these things that happened during his court case was like, past the, what's it called, when the time is up on it, statute of limitations. This whole thing's funny and shady. I'm not going to get on no conspiracy theory thing, but I've heard so many in the community talk about the positive that this man's done. He's done some bullshit too. The nigga's not perfect, you feel what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna take away all the positive he's done. And one thing it did, I mean, niggas gotta remember, Bill Cosby was on Yo MTV Raps. He supported the culture back then. And you know what I mean? With Dr. Dre, you know what I mean? Fat Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. The nigga was there, rocking out, vibing, telling him how much he liked. History lesson, I'm giving that to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to supporting little Boosie, Boosie stands 10 toes down a lot of times. Not perfect, certain shit he said you may not agree with, fine, whatever. But a lot of times he stands 10 toes down and he's about that, you know what I mean? He don't really talk a lot, but when it comes to his people, his community, he comes up with a check. He comes up with bread, he'll say his piece, he helps out, he'll give, turkeys away, like Nino Brown, like the nigga does that. So I don't know in deep why he connected with him, or he chose to like speak out and praise that he's doing good. But sometimes it's just respect, someone else in the culture that you see does good. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I took it.
Lance.
I just think, if I'm not mistaken, Boosie just wasn't one of those people that automatically just turned on him like everybody else did. Like you said, Boosie 10 toes down and whatever he's talking about. Whatever his position is, he all the way in. And not to put no bad energy or put no words in Boosie's mouth. I just think it was Bill Cosby acknowledging somebody who maybe wanted the information before he just turned on them. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was nothing. I don't think it was nothing too deep. I don't think behind closed doors Boosie putting money on Bill Cosby books and nothing like that. I just think Bill Cosby just spoke on something that he felt he wanted to speak on. I don't think it was too major.
Mm-hmm. Jah Single, you want to cover this or not?
Yeah, man. Something like my thoughts on that is, as you know what I mean. Wiz was saying that with Bill Cosby, right? Bill Cosby have done a lot of good. You know what I mean? Even for the black culture. You know what I mean? Just by the rooms that he have been in, right? Acting, right? It sheds a different light on, you know what I mean, us as individual our actors, right? So yeah, man. I would say, yeah, man. Keep that part.
Yo, look. So this is one thing I gotta say about Bill Cosby, dog. Like he was one of the first positive black roles that I seen, like like on TV and stuff like that, like how he was a doctor and his family and stuff like that. And you know what? Yeah. Growing up, I swear there was more positive black role models also too. Growing up, we had Family Matters. This guy was a cop. We had Will Smith with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You had Uncle Phil. And I just swear there was more positive black role models. So I felt Bill Cosby has always had a very positive influence on the culture in a way of being like an upstanding black man and stuff like that. On to the next topic. Vanessa Bryant being sued by her own mother for $5 million, Mercedes SUV, and also for a home. Saying that she's owed for taking care of her grandchildren, So I'm like, damn, $5 million is a lot of money plus a house, and I know it ain't no regular house either. You feel me? It's probably like an expensive ass house. You feel me? And an SUV car, like damn, the $5 million is not enough. Especially, he's like, yo, Kobe Bryant hasn't been dead for a year yet, has he? I don't think so. I know, like,
no,
when Kobe passed, Corona hit. It's like, man, I didn't even get a chance to mourn over him because Corona hit like right after he passed, and we haven't even hit a year with Corona. So, this is kind of, to me, like, this is sad, like that they couldn't come to some type of agreement before it hit, lawsuit in the court system, or or the tabloids and stuff like that. D-Wise or Lance, what you take on this?
I think that this is the most selfish, sucker, I'm a bitch, dumbass shit ever, yo. And I'm gonna say this real talk, cause I'm speaking from all the good mothers, a lot of a lot of people I know, and even myself, we have a lot great, strong mothers and appreciative mothers, and their joy would be to, I know my mother's joy would be for me to be so successful that there's not another care in the world, and be happy with that. And then, have your mom back there. You want to take care of your moms. So her moral compass is so fucked up, because the one thing that you didn't talk about was she also wants to charge her daughter $96 an hour for 18 years for watching her grandchildren. I know mothers, once if you bring the grandchild up, their face lights up. That's all the joy they want or need, or need. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm seeing the biggest selfish shit ever, yo. Not only that, they don't talk about that. They took care of this lady. They moved her down the street from him. You feel what I'm saying? So she has a bomb ass out because you live down the street from Kobe. Kobe ain't living in no $50,000, $100,000, $300,000, $400,000 neighborhood. And that's good money for what I just said. You live in a $500,000 neighborhood, you're like, hey, we're doing something decent, right? No, you moved into Kobe Bryant's neighborhood because you're down the street. So you have a multi-million dollar house already. You know what I mean? And if you can't live up to that lifestyle, guess what? Me knowing that, I have to pay for your bills. So it's not like she was scratching pennies or anything to get by. She's really being on some selfish, greedy, fuck bitch shit, on some real shit. And I can't get by that. And then the fact that not only did my husband die less than a year ago, my daughter, your grandchild, died too. You have no remorse, you have no sympathy. You feel what I'm saying, for this situation? So you want $5 million plus $96 an hour for watching the grandkids until the age of 18. So rough, that's about that's about $5 million right there, maybe a little over, a little less, depending on how many hours she put in. Then you want a brand new house. Oh, and you want a brand new car. And you feel justified. You didn't think that was a joke. You could have really wanted things and asked for things. It didn't get to have things. Like, it shows that she's selfish. It really does. That's a piece of shit mother right there. There's no angle. There's no, I'm taking shit back. I can't get through that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope that, we've had conversations with other queens on this show and kings, and we talked about, positive stuff, and there ain't nothing one can tell me to put her in any good light after this. She a piece of shit.
Yeah, man, I agree with that.
Huh.
That crap is that crap got me a while ago, bro. that's just crazy, bro.
It makes me sit back and wonder, maybe what's wrong with me? Because I don't necessarily feel that way. I'm not gonna lie. When we all make it, what's the first thing we say? We'll take care of mama. We're gonna retire our mama. Without getting into too much of what's what and who made what, that woman worth about $600 million plus off of basketball money not earned and investments, movie productions, and things like that not earned. So to have $600 million at least in estimated net worth, I don't even see how a mother could complain. Like, what could my mother complain about if I have $600 million if I'm taking care of her? So without knowing all the particulars in between what she get a month, how do they break down the monthly stipend or however it goes down? But there's people with less than $600 million of net worth that take care of their moms and put their moms in new houses and have their mom drive new cars. So I'm not sure how to feel about it, because when Kobe was alive, if I'm not mistaken, I did read that Kobe agreed with the wife that they would take care of the mother for, I guess, as long as she lives. I guess it was some kind of agreement. So I don't think a car is too much to ask. I don't think a house is that big a deal. I don't. If there's anything I don't like the idea of being paid an hourly salary to watch your grandkids. I would rather you make up some other excuse for why you want to get a certain amount of money per month, just because it's like an allowance because you do have it so good. But I think this is so overblown. I'm not sure who's really wrong. If I got $600 million in the bank, my mom can have whatever she wants. So I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly where I stand based on that. What, like a house, no big deal. I don't know what that's my big struggle. I don't understand how this could be a problem. Is the mother blowing $1 million a week? Is she shopping? Does she have a habit? Is there something that the relationship or in the financials that's making it unbearable? I would like to know that. I don't necessarily understand. I don't. She's not struggling to get by. There's not a point where there's no income coming in. She seems pretty well off. She seems pretty good. I don't know why this is an issue. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to take care of your parents or give them whatever they want, but with that kind of money, I don't see how it could be a problem.
All right, so what I'm gonna say about this whole situation, I'm like, look, one thing I know about rich people, dog, they stingy with their money, dog. You feel me? So, like, I know you said 600 million. You're like, oh, what's the problem? Because we're thinking from a blue collar state of mind. But maybe they're like, yo, $5 million is a problem to some of these people that have that type of money. My whole issue is like, hey, look, if I have $600 million, I think it's my obligation to take care of my mother and my father financially. I just, as in a way, it's like you want them to be retired, like, their home should be paid off or whatever, stuff like that. If your parents were good to you, then you should repay back them the debt of taking care of you as a great parent, to maybe have them in a home paid off and a vehicle, especially if you have a net worth of $600 million. But the whole thing of charging me to take care of my grandchildren, what he did or didn't, we don't know how much she did or didn't do. That is kind of ridiculous, and sue me on that. And that would make me like, what the hell? After all the stuff I've done for you over the years and this and that, I'll be upset about that. You feel me? I mean, I'm pretty sure at her age, she just wants to be in a situation that she's taken care of. So maybe now that Kobe's not in the picture, and maybe he was in charge of the finances, and he was gonna make sure that she's taken care of, and maybe the mother, maybe her daughter wasn't thinking about her. Like, I have no idea. But it just being publicized and being in the media is already hurtful. And it's gonna put a wedge between mother and daughter and grandchildren and all this other stuff. You feel me? I just think this is just sad, period. You feel me? Especially that Kobe hasn't even, it hasn't even been a year, bro. You feel me? So
I think that
the crazy thing about this family is too, because Kobe had issues with his parents. Like, remember a couple of years ago, it was a situation where they were selling his memorabilia behind his back, and he had to go. I don't remember how they settled it, but they had to go about and to get the memorabilia back, and because they weren't getting money from him. So it's weird. The financials of this whole family has been a little weird.
I think it's a thing of entitlement. I feel like everybody feels they're always entitled to people. It's like Jah Single, he may become famous tomorrow. May not even have millions of dollars yet, but maybe family members think he has millions of dollars. Like, me being Jamaican, I have family members back in my country and be like, let's do that plenty money. Me see him drive, Range Rover and Lexus and BMW and champagne and this and that. Is like, and they ain't sending us back nothing. And I'm like, it may look like that, but it's like, I'm in debt to the like, you feel me? But obviously Kobe, his estate, they got the money. You feel me? But maybe there's somebody else. But some people feel like they entitled, like, Pablo Mac be driving a Lambo out here. I feel like I'm entitled to some of that because I shared a post. something so small. I'm like, damn, you shared a post and I owe you. How much do I owe you? $10,000? $100? 1 million? Like how much do I owe you? Like, you feel me? And people feel like entitled. So I'm like, what happens if your daughter didn't become somebody or your son didn't become an NBA player? So what does he owe you then? He doesn't owe you anything, or he still owes you, So
I mean, I just gotta add on to it. It's like, let's not act like she doesn't live down the street from Kobe Bryant. So she's in that community. That she's in a nice house already. So saying I need a new house, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if she stayed back where she's from, and I'm not saying it'll be right, but she's in her, neighborhood, and he's in, they're in this lavish thing and whatever. It'd still be wrong, but I'd be like, oh, okay, she wants a house and this and that. But when you live down the street from someone very successful, anybody, doesn't have to, act great, and you're in that neighborhood's money. And I'm pretty sure, don't have this for fact, she's not driving a Honda. I can tell you that. She's driving something pretty sexy that even if it was a couple years old, everyone here would be like, shit, I'll take it. You know what I mean? So let's be realistic. Like, she ain't driving no, you know what I'm saying? She didn't have to do no lease. They bought the car, probably cash, and it's probably a good car. Money-wise, like I said, I doubt if you move someone into a nice neighborhood and they don't have the means to do it, guess who's paying the bills? Because if you don't, someone's about to be homeless. So let's be realistic about what's really rocking. You know what I mean? Certain things I can't answer. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Lance is 100% right on that one. I can't fight that. But we have to put on the table what really is what it is. She lives in the same neighborhood. They said that so that way the kids and everything can always see her. And trust me, if one thing people do care about are their kids. They don't want to send their kids to a bad neighborhood or something out on the outreach where something from the outside world can get to them. So when they say they moved it down the street, I bet you it's a golf cart trip away. You already know how the rich people do. So I'm telling you, it's like it's OD. And then the fact that she brought up $96 an hour to watch from watching the kids lets me know the amount of petty that is in her heart. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I'll clear it right there. You know what I mean? That's just I just had to get that off my chest.
It's like I feel you, but when you got 600 million, ain't you being a little petty about a house?
All right, so all right, when they said, all right, so this guy have 600 million, right? And that's his mom, right? So we have to think outside of the box in the sense of why, you know what I mean, a wealthy person like that, an educated person like that, what did he leave in his will? Because, you know what I mean, a man that worth $600 million, right? No matter how young you are, you're going to have a will, right? So we don't know what was in his will or why his mom, or he was treating his mom like that. You know what I mean? Maybe she have a gambling habit. You never know. You know what I mean? But there is something there. Why all of that transpired?
Yeah. Another thing too, it says like I believe the lawsuit was against obviously a trust. These people have trust. You feel me? So you know, if I was going over my my money, I'm like, oh, in the event if something happens to me, because I'm like, look, you travel, you're on airplanes, you're in several countries, you have fans, anything can happen to you. So he's like, in the event something does, I'm pretty sure Kobe already had a plan laid out. You know, he didn't think he was gonna go so young. But it's like, yo, I know once I probably hit my first $1 million, I'm gonna probably be like, look, so-and-so's getting this, they're gonna get this money, after they hit 18, after they graduate college. Like those are just plans that you leave out, even after you die, that your will is being fulfilled even after your death. You feel me? So this is just like, it's sad, but you know what? None of this shit is shocking to me at all, because I'm shock proof at this point. Like anything can happen. Like you get sued by your kid. Like you feel me? Like anything is possible, bro. You feel me? You can just watch the Kardashians and you be like, God damn, like I didn't think shit was possible. Like, you feel me? Like what the hell? So moving on to the next topic. Mackenzie Scott, right? She donates what, 700 million or millions of dollars to HB, historically black colleges and other universities and colleges. How you guys feel about that? I saw that was on the docket. Didn't really do too much research on it. That's
Bezos' ex-wife?
Yes.
That ain't her money. It don't count.
All right, but what do you feel about this? Like $700 million. What is it? I think tax write-off, a big what is it?
No, it's cool. It's dope. Like it helps. Like anytime you get somebody to donate that kind of money to schools is dope, because they need that kind of funding to compete with some of the other schools. Maybe there's shortcomings in the programs or the buildings, the dorms, whatever the case is, that people choose to go to other schools because of that. So the donations, I'm sure they're going to be used to upgrade the schools and all of that. But I'm not moved by people giving away money they didn't technically earn. Like, it's dope. Like, I'm sure the schools appreciate your donation and your charity, but it don't move me the way I guess it would move others.
I'll break down the numbers. So far, what she's given away, they say it's 1.7 billion. And then I'll put my opinion after I put some numbers down. Out of that, she gave $560 million to HBCUs. So that's how much the HBCUs got, was $560 million. Other things gone into other things, the LGBTQ community got some, other top colleges got some, other charities got some, whatever. So, I mean, one thing I'm gonna say is like, however she got it, you know what I'm saying? That's really not my concern. She got it. We could debate about did she deserve it, Jeff Bezos, this and that, whatever. That's a whole different topic to me. You feel what I'm saying? What I do say is important is she got it, and what she's doing with it is helping. You know, there's people in her shoes that get it and close the door and fuck the world. I got mine. See y'all when I see y'all. And she's not doing that at all. The fact that she's already gave away 1.7 billion shows her heart. Her heart is in the right place. She's a giver. And we've been talking so long about HBCUs and, you know, people going to it. We're so happy Dion went to it because he's getting people to come to the school. He's becoming like football. They're saying that his recruiting class this year, just because he put his name on it, is the top already. And I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? He just got there. Sometimes, you know, a coach needs 2-3 years to make his dent. But nope, bam, right away. And people are leaving colleges they already agreed to go to and come to Dion. But we all said they need help. They need financial thing. Like, we need to push them first. Another problem, part of the problem, you know, we said is that people that were going to HBCUs, they come out, they did well, and then they send their kids to Harvard or Yale. So they're not getting back. So they're not getting the money. Part of the top colleges I'm talking about, the Ivy League schools, please believe when they leave, whoever leaves from there, their child's going there. And if they're not going there, they're going to another Ivy League school, or they're going to do something. They're going to get the bachelor here and then go to another Ivy League school. They're going to give back that money to show appreciation because they want to keep that money going so they can be the tops. And we should be doing the same thing for our colleges. These are our colleges, historical Black colleges. They all mean something. They're named after a historical Black figure that did something positive for all of us to go to. So the fact, whoever got to an ear, she did it on her heart, whatever, she gave $560 million to them. I have to applaud that. You know what I'm saying? Because she could have said, eat dick, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to applaud that she gave $560 million because I don't see anybody else doing that. You know what I'm saying? And we all know we need it. We need to keep it going. So, you know, appreciate you doing that. It went to a great cause. Beautiful. How she got it, that's a different debate. You know what I mean? But I will say it is hers, it's in her bank, so she could choose how she wants to flip it, and she chose to do it that way. So I will applaud you for giving to HBCUs.
Yo, Jah Single, you wanted to comment or no?
Yeah, man. Or something that I don't know much about that topic, but what I do know is, you know what I mean, we just have to be appreciative, you know what I mean, of what she did. Again, like, however she got the money, I don't know, but she could have done so much things with it, right? She could start, you know what I mean, multiple companies. She could do investments. She didn't have to give away that money, right? A misconception that we normally get is, you know what I mean, tax write-off. I've learned that there's no such thing as tax write-off, right? Yeah, no matter how much you give, right? Like, you don't get a break because you give, right? So with that being said, like, as I said, she could have done so much things with that money. You know what I mean? She could have kept it in the bank. You know what I mean? But she gave it away, and you know what I mean? That's a good charity act, I think, on my part. I mean,
it's all love and respect. I just sometimes I look at it that way. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. And no, and that's a beautiful thing. Like, you know what I mean? Each one of us have, you know what I mean, our own opinion, and you know what I mean. It's great to look at things objectively. You know what I mean? So.
So on to the next topic. How does the Black community feel about Joe Biden being now the official elect president right now? I seen Lance, you put something up on your Instagram this week. Me personally, dog, I don't F with Joe Biden already. I'm feeling the effects already, yo. So you feel me? Like, this nigga already costing me a bunch of money, dog. So, feel me? I don't really F with Joe Biden personally. You feel me? So, you know, I want to hear what you got to say, Lance, because I saw you posted something up on your Instagram this week.
See, like, I don't fuck with Joe Biden. Me and you are in agreement there. I ain't fuck with him during the election. I don't fuck with him now. I don't like what I'm hearing about him. I don't like how he talking to the leaders of the Black delegation, I'll say. The leaders of our community. They're saying he ain't talking to them too nicely. Word is already coming out that he said he's not using no executive powers to basically benefit the forward movement of Black people. So basically, it basically sounds like we got trumped. How Trump ran a race based on, oh, I'm gonna build the wall. 4 years, the man basically didn't do shit, but he won his election based on the wall. Biden basically ran his shit on, oh, I'm gonna make it right, and I'm gonna fix mistakes, and I'm gonna listen to the black people because there's so many things that have been put in your way as obstacles to overcome, and oh, we're gonna make it right. Man, they said nothing about it. All those people that was coming at I'll just say the rappers that were willing to sit down and talk to anybody that was gonna listen in power. I don't see Joe Biden rushing to take those meetings. So all them jokes and all those memes, I'm trying to figure out where them same people is at, asking Joe Biden, yo, what you got for us? Cause it don't seem like nothing. It seemed like we got the 80s Joe all of a sudden. He got president-elect, and the true colors is coming out. The first thing that should have been done was why we voted you in there. We want to see change. Yeah. And you basically come out and said, oh, it's going to be harder to do anything because the Republicans have the House, but we all knew the Republicans had the House. So you basically sold us a bag of shit. And now we may be stuck in a situation that we may not need to be in.
D-Wise, you want to follow up with this one or no?
I mean, I'll give my 2 cents on it. You know, I've said from the jump, you know what I'm saying? I felt that we were in a situation where we were voting for the less of two evils. I never would say like, I mean, I'll be honest, I voted for Joe Biden because I was tired of Trump. But my decision was like, these are your two options. You know what I'm saying? You guys all know what I said in the past episodes. You know what I'm saying about this is how fucked we are. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to know what I say, go back to when I was talking about when I said, bitch, you got your mom, your dad, blah, blah, blah. So that's how I still felt that way. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'll say it again on this episode. I said, you're in a room. Someone's got a gun to your head and said, the only way you're leaving this room is either if you go down on your mom or you go down on your dad. But you have to do this. There's a gun to your fucking head. You can't leave. And even it was like, oh, I'll go out the back door. Like, no, you can't leave. So, but I was trying to get people like, that's disgusting. That's the disgust of the choices we had. I never was wholeheartedly for Joe Biden. I just know I was tired of Trump and I wanted someone else. But I said this too when he got in. As long as you do what you said you're going to do, you can get another 4 years. If not, you can get the fuck out too. So if he keeps on this track that he's on right now, which is already seemed like Lance said, you're slipping, you're not taking these meetings, you said you do this, you're not doing this, da-da-da. I know the American people are tired of that shit. So they're going to be so quick to pull the trigger now. Like, nope. Oh, hey, nope, next. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that's going to be. You know, they're going to pressure the people that's in charge, like, impeach this nigga. Like, the people are really going to start talking like they're tired. I think we all are tired. And if you're already, you're not the president yet, that happens in January. I'm pretty sure that happens in January when he becomes the official president, not the president-elect anymore. You're already acting up. You're getting out of pocket, and people are going to call you on it. You know what I mean? The crazy thing is, and they always talk about liberal media and far right-wing media, like conservative media. I heard this shit on liberal media that he was fucking up. So, you know what I mean? So, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't want people like, oh man, well that's the right fucking what you need. Like, nah, son, like I got this information from what you would call liberal news. So, you know what I mean? Like, if he ain't gonna play the cards right, you gotta get up from the table, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just that simple, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you ain't gonna do better, then the next person gotta come. You know what I mean? I got no love lost. I mean, no love for you. And if you gotta go and they say, yo, get the fuck out of here, all good. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Jah Single, you wanted to say something?
No, man. So, you know what I mean? I totally agree with D-Wiz. What you have to remember that these guys have 4 years in the White House, right? You know what I mean? And me personally, I voted for Biden, right? I didn't vote for Trump because, you know what I mean, as D-Wiz said, I was tired of Trump. You know what I mean? Especially the things that he have been doing, right? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? First of all, politics is politics to me, right? So everyone, you have to understand that everyone is going in with their own agenda, right? Or they can use America to benefit them, basically, right? Just like Trump. Trump was in the White House, he made business move to benefit people of, you know what I mean? People of higher stature, right? So Joe Biden, I don't know what his agenda is, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We vote for him, he have 4 years. If he start doing crap in the White House, we vote him out. You know what I mean? And on to the next. You know what I mean? So I am totally in agreement of that one. Straight up.
In admitting that you voted for Biden, do you feel if we continue on this path of nothingness for Joe Biden, do you feel more duped by Joe Biden and the campaign that he ran? Or would you feel more duped by Trump?
No, all right. The thing is, we don't know what is in our person's intention, right? So I wouldn't say we are duped. I don't think we would say, well, then we're duped, because at the end of the day, none of them was good in the first place, right? We know Biden track record and we know Trump track record, right? But we know Trump track record in person because we just had 4 years of Trump. So we know what he did, right? And we know that he's not for us, especially the black race. He's not for us. You know what I mean? In that debate that he had, he said, he's the least racist person in the room. They asked him if he's racist. He said he's the least racist in the room, right? That says that he is racist. He's just the least racist in the room, right? I listen to little stuff like that. You know what I mean? I know that this person is no good for, you know what I mean, me and my future generation, right? So that's why I didn't even vote for him, and especially insight in certain things. So I wouldn't say dupes in a sense. I just say, well, then we just give somebody else 4 years. And if he mess up, then we on to the next. Just like how we gave Trump 4 years. We just give Biden 4 years. You know what I mean? Because either way, we were screwed. We just had two choices.
Yeah, to respond to what Lana said, like, he said, oh, do you feel duped because we admitted we voted for Joe Biden? Like, I'll say that we were just so tired of Trump that was like, ain't no way I'm giving you 4 more years.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit's not playing the game. So it's like, it's kind of like the like, okay, if you know, like, okay, when this dude comes in here, he's going to break something. Like, you know for a fact, every time this dude comes in here, he purposely throws his hat on the wall and leans onto it and he breaks my fucking wall. I know that's what Trump's gonna do. Biden said, when I come in there, I'm not gonna bump into the wall and break it. I'm telling you I won't. So you're like, well, shit, Trump does all the fucking time, so come on, Biden, get in here. Now, he may trip fall, he might do it too, but I gotta give you the benefit of the doubt because I'm tired of my wall being broken every fucking time, and you said you weren't going to, and Trump is definitely going to. So it's just like one of those situations, but you probably don't want them both in your house anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I get that point, but it's like, it's the Pepsi Coke challenge. You don't say, well, Mountain Dew? Like, no, nigga, it's Pepsi or Coke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a challenge. What are you going to drink? So it's just, but I get it. Like, if he could, I feel the most dangerous thing to do now these days, because we're starting to dissolve parties. By that, I mean, people really aren't saying I'm a Democrat. And people are really not saying I'm a Republican. The old school people, yes. Our generation and under, they're kind of like, who am I vibing with? Am I fucking with you or am I fucking with you? So if him fucking up, he's going to do more damage to his party, because right now they look at the Democrats a little bit better than the Republicans because of what happened. But if he fucks that up, then more people be like, why should I fucking choose a party? You guys are both pieces of shit. And it's going to open the door for somebody else. And a bill I saw in the past, and to show you how open-minded the newer generations are, is if you are Democrat or Republican, you are forced to vote in the primary of the party you select. So if you're a Democrat, registered Democrat, you can't vote in the Republican primary, vice versa. And if you choose independent, which I've been a registered independent before because I didn't like nobody, you don't vote in anybody's primary. Well, a law that was on our ballot was no matter what you are, you can choose to vote in someone's primary. You feel what I'm saying? So that's dope. And it shows you that we're starting to say, like, fuck Republicans, fuck Democrats. What can you do for me and my community? And that's where we're going. And if Joe fucks up, he's going to, like, force that issue even harder. And they're going to get rid of their parties. They're going to get destroyed, which I'm for.
Yo, D-Wiz, you know, I was saying the same thing the other day with my friend, right? I was telling him, bro, I don't choose a party, right? But a Republican or Democrats. It's about who benefits you, right? So if the Democrats is benefit you, yes, we vote for him. If Republican is benefiting you, yes, we vote for him. But this is not the time to really choose a party, because at the end of the day, we understand that, you know what I mean, one party might not be doing the right thing, right? Maybe the other party is better. So why choose Republican and Democrat? You know what I mean? Vote for who you think will be best for you. You know what I mean?
All right, so you know what I'm gonna say. You feel me? I don't fuck with the government. I don't care what party. They don't fucking benefit me. They ain't fucking looking out for me. They ain't looking out for my pockets. They looking out for fucking their pockets. They looking out for their fucking kids. They looking out for their fucking communities. They've never looked out for my community. I don't fuck with the government. You feel me? Never. I don't care if I'm Republican, Democrat, Independent Party. My voting shit says Independent Party. Like, I don't really give a fuck. You feel me? Because I know I'm just not gonna benefit. What I do give a fuck about is like my rights being taken away, and and the people being oppressed. I'm all for people power and stuff like that. But they always try to keep us dumb. But people are now waking up little by little. But the problem is the American people, we don't got no fucking backbone. You feel me? People be like, damn, I know this coronavirus vaccine is not gonna be good for me, but it's like, are you gonna take a stand? Most likely not, because you're a coward. You feel me? Or that you're being mistreated somewhere, or this or that or whatever. Like, are you gonna take a stand? Most likely not, because you're a coward, because everybody's scared. Like from the show Power, like, what do you do to control people? You either take something or you give them something. And that's how they try to that's how the government always tries to do shit. Hey, we're gonna give you the stimulus check, or we're not gonna give it to you, or whatever. So it's just like, what do we need to do to get this or to get that from you? You feel me? But remember, you're the one going to work every day, and they taking all this taxes from you and this and that, and whatever. And my whole shit is like, we need to get away from this savior complex. You feel me? Like, nigga, I guess I'm gonna have to make enough money to pay the government they stupid fucking taxes and just take care of myself. Like, I don't need your food stamps. I don't need your fucking government housing. I don't need your public schools. I don't need your public transportation. Like, you feel me? Like, we just got our own, and we need to build ourselves up to be, independent and shit like that. You feel me? I want us to walk around with enough power that police need to respect us. The government needs to respect my community and stuff like that. Like, we can't just go into this community and just do whatever the hell we want. You feel me? So, I feel like people need to start connecting and having some fucking backbone and shit like that. Like, yo, fuck the government, and, let's become your own independent provider. You feel me? Push your merch, push your business, push your podcast, push your whatever. Pay them in fucking taxes, and we just be good over here. You feel me? Like, right now, this goes on to the next topic about supposedly they may put out a $600 stimulus check, which may or may not happen due to a government shutdown and other programs that they have out here, which is going to affect other programs like SNAP for people that do get government assistance or food help and stuff like that. And yo, this is some fucking bullshit. Like, yo, and Trump, I don't want to put any hate on Trump, was willing to sign this stimulus for $2,000 or even the $1,200, but was told not to or whatever because the other parties involved had not come to an agreement, because it would affect another type of organization or branch or some shit for this to happen, because this may give us certain relief now, but then damage the future or next generation of people. Is like, yo, when do we get a return from all the money that we have invested into this country? You feel me? So moving on to the next topic about the stimulus check, whether we are getting it or we're not getting it. D-Wise, Lance, whoever want to go ahead.
You want this first, Lance, or you want me to go?
Oh, you can take it.
All right, let's get right to it. We barely got covered for the 1,200. You know what I mean? And by that, I mean, when they gave you the 1,200, it didn't really do much. It might have put something on your rent. It definitely didn't take care of it if you live in anything halfway decent. It might have took care of some bills, but it didn't take care of all of them. The only way I feel like you benefited is if you were whipped If you were married and you were with someone, you both got that 1,200, and now that 1,200 became 2,400. But that was just for 1 month. After that, you were back at square one. It didn't help any too much. I mean, I don't want to give anybody, if someone's rent is lower than that from their life circumstances, they're paying that $600, $800, $1,000 rent, and their bills are low, and I'm happy. Everyone was fucked up, so I'm never going to neglect the people that it did help. But for the hardworking people at a certain level, at a certain class in a certain neighborhood, it didn't hurt you, and you got affected. Hardworking people got affected by COVID-19 and shit like that. So it didn't do anything. It put a dent in some stuff. I know when you have zero and you get something, you're thankful. So, whatever. But you needed to give more. We all said that. I believe everyone voiced their opinion. Or you need to be consistent with what you're giving so it can be a help. So someone can depend on, all right, shit, I know I'm getting $1,200 a month until things get better. Let me see what other hustle, let me see what I can do. But at least I know at the end of this month that $1,200 is going to be in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? That gives relief to anybody that's going through some bullshit. Not someone and done, and you still have to choose, well, what bills am I going to pay for and what do I not need? You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like it's a bigger slap in the face going $600, and if you're an American couple, that's going to be $1,200. That's a fucking joke, yo. Ain't no one taking care of nothing serious. Don't you dare say rent, because that's not. You know what I mean? Some people maybe, but then they're still going to be super fucked after they pay their rent for everything else they have to pay for. But for the average, person that's out there, that was working hard, that needs something, that's not going to do a damn thing. I mean, shit, think about it. Everyone here fills up their tank. I'm saying that might be at least $40, $50, for the pull from E to F. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving facts right there. Like, so you already hit that. Then groceries for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's different, you know what I'm saying? So let's say you put 150, 200 groceries, like that right there. And you already know a light bill, a fucking whatever else is necessary. Some people are working from home, so you got to pay that internet bill because you're working from home. So that's already dwindling. Like, your money's not going to be there. And then you're talking about people with kids. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's a fucking joke. Get the shit right. And the point I wanted to make on DJ Pablo Maccabee's thing, when he said, when are we going to get our money back from what we've invested into the country? We've done so much for this country. You know what I'm saying? Everyone here has paid so many taxes for the country. And even when you get your tax return, you're getting a percentage of that back. You're not getting it all back. How many times have you paid taxes and your road's still fucked up? Or that building, that school's not built. Or that neighborhood right there, that the project didn't get redone. Or the whatever's supposed to be going on was supposed to be replaced and fixed. That's what these taxes are supposed to go to. You know what I mean? You'll pay taxes and you'll see no work done. So you feel like, what the fuck are you doing with it? And then point A to that thing is, if you guys were to look up how much money America gives to other countries, it would sicken you that you can't get more than $1,200 a month, 1 month, to help you get out of the hole. And I'm not disrespecting other countries, yo. If you got it, you help. But I'm a firm believer, and people can disagree with me and not like me. I don't give a fuck, because I'm firm with this, that you have to take at home first. It's an old saying, charity starts at home. Make sure your house is right. Make sure you're good before you go up and help. Because then you truly can't help anybody if you're fucked up. You can't. You know what I mean? You'll give them a little bit of a blessing instead of a full blessing because you're not right. So we're giving money to all these other countries that do need help. But if we were to just pinch, and I said pinch, we should do more. But even if we just, hey, this is how much we gave to Haiti, this is how much we gave to Jamaica, this is how much we gave to Puerto Rico, this is how much we've given to Canada, we've given this to Mexico, we've gone this, to give this to Australia, we give this to Britain. All the money that we send out to other parts of the world, the Middle East, all that. And we pitched all that and said, let's take care of the USA, let's take care of our citizens here. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't suffer at all. So it's fucked up. Because I see other people that you're helping that need help. I'm not going to take it away. But then I can go down the street and see bums on the corner, starving, begging for change. They don't know where their next meal's going. I can see kids wearing the same school clothes in the school all the fucking time because their parents can't afford to give. But we have money to send other places. That fucking doesn't make sense to me.
Hey, do it. It's just like Canada. Look at Canada. What Canada did was, I think they gave out like $2,000 for like 5 months. You know what I mean? To help with the citizens, because they know that, you know what I mean, with this corona and everything, it's gonna take a strain on the household, right? I don't know why they couldn't do that here, right? As you rightfully said, we pay so much taxes, right? And when time you look at, you know what I mean, your gross and the net pay that you're taking home and the amount of tax they're taking out of your pay, like, bro, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So just to give us like $1,200 back from all of those taxes that we've been paying, bro, that's a joke. You know what I mean? It was greatly appreciated. I know mine went back to taxes. You know what I mean? So, it was greatly appreciated, but at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We needed more assistance. You know what I mean? I do a little thing on the side, Airbnb, right? And you know what I mean? I haven't been doing that for like from June, March, June. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking about those people who just do that solely for income. Those people haven't get any money in. They're not getting any income in because right now Airbnb are shut down. So what do those people do? You know what I mean? Okay, how do they pay their mortgage? You know what I mean? How do they get food to eat and stuff like that? Right? I'm just doing that part time and I haven't had any guests. You know what I mean? Those people are doing it full time. What happened to those people? $1,200 cannot, you know what I mean, take care of those needs and of those people. So, yeah, man.
We supposed to be the greatest country in the world, and if you look up how other countries are handling this, they've not only have they been giving families more than the $1,200, they're giving it consistently. So, like
Exactly.
everything involving this coronavirus in America, we just ain't handled this shit well at all. From the people fighting over the bills, y'all fighting over dumb shit when there's families. The eviction rates are crazy. They said when they lift these eviction bans, that the line was around the block by the lawyers just trying to serve the paperwork. They're talking about I read something like 15-20% of people in New York are gonna like it's some crazy number are facing eviction when all this is up, and the aid is insufficient, it's inconsiderate. It's just it's sad to be seen as the greatest country in the world, but treat the citizens like that. It just it's sad. And as much as you want to blame Trump, I don't wanna just put it all on him. It's the entire government. It's all of them. Everybody's when people money is good, you don't jump to the same consequences that somebody without your money don't have. So if they felt it the way we felt it, or how most people are feeling it, maybe they move differently. But that's not the case. We need to step up our game and how we handle a lot of stuff in America. And we need to first start with this relief for all the families in need.
Facts.
Yeah, I like to say, I think uh, we have the false misconception that America is the greatest country in the world. We're the most powerful country. I agree with that, you know, and we're the greatest as in the history of like different nationalities and cultures coming to a place to start a new beginning, and leaving whatever issues that they have with the country they came from, and building such a great like country in a way of like the infrastructure and the trains and the cars and the gold and the technology and whatever, like like that great story about America. But America is not the greatest country. Like, you feel me? We have a bunch of flaws when it comes to healthcare and taking care of the people. Like they basically this government is always just trying to come up off the American people, and then and just basically at the end of the day using us. And now, like at least before, like they may have been a system in place for some type of retirement, but it's like, yo, now they're just trying to use you and just like throw you out to dry at the end of the day after they use all of your energy from work and stuff like that. So going into our next topic, so Akon, he has a city, I forgot where exactly and stuff like that, but it's like a like a super city. But what I wanted to bring up is, like, I guess he's welcoming people of the African diaspora to, I guess, to come there. So going on to my next question, do you think America is still for people of color or African Americans and stuff like that? Do we belong here? Are we going to thrive here, or are we gonna have problems, like say redlining when it comes to getting properties and mortgage and building real generational wealth, or always gonna be setbacks? Should we, just take the opportunity to be like, yo, I know I have some roots here, my family's here, but maybe I should go to an African country or to Akon's city or whatever like that, and begin to start some new roots somewhere else where actually my family has an opportunity to build wealth and not be redlined or discriminated against for promotions at a job and whatever like that. Because I'm like, yo, how are we supposed to survive as a culture and as a culture with being redlined when it comes to pretty much everything? The way we look, the way we dress, the way we speak, the way whatever. It's just everything's always seems like it's not acceptable. We have to always change who we are so they don't have to change who they are. You feel me? So what's your take? D-Wise, Lance, anybody? Go ahead.
All right. So I have a song called Modown, right? And in that song I said, the East is just the East. The West will never be a friend, right? So basically, I'm talking about like the Western world, which is include United States, everything in the West, and the East as Africa, right? We have to understand that we will never be seen as equal as long as we're in the West, right? Notice they have take our philosophies, our teachings and everything, and flip it, right? So it's just like when you're in a workplace, right? No matter how great you work, no matter how much work you put in, or how do you articulate yourself, you will never see as equal as a Caucasian person, or a person of a higher color, right? If there's a promotion, that other person will get the job, and it's just they're gonna act like it's nothing against you, but that's just the way of the Western world, right? In Africa, it's a level playing field, right? All right, like with even with music, right? There are African artists in Africa, right, that's making millions of dollars. I'm not talking about Naira or African money, US, millions of dollars, right? One of those guys have, 20 million followers, and that's from just Africa, because Africa is a continent. And there's so much people there. So even though you're not hearing those artists over here in the Western world, in Africa, they are superstars. And they're making millions of dollars, right? There's companies there, that's making millions of dollars. Because remember, Africa is way larger than America, right? And there's so much people, So say if 20 million people drop in pennies, that's a lot of money at the end of the day. So as I said, Africa, I think we should lean more to try to invest in Africa. There's a lot of people that's going back home or going back to Africa. Me personally, later on in life, most definitely, that's one of my dreams, to go to Africa. So, anyone else?
Yo, Akon, send me the plane tickets. Y'all niggas is bugging, thinking that I'm not gonna go to the city they say that people are rumoring that is on some Wakanda shit. You feel me? They said the technology he got, with the bread he got from the beginning to the end, everything's just better. The road signs changed to how many people are walking. The fucking car going on less gas. He's trying to get tasked for what's the electric cars he's got? A Musk, Tesla. Niggas trying to have all Tesla cars in there so he can't, get the pollution that our gas tanks us from the things going in there. He's trying to build some real ass shit. And it will behooves me to not check this motherfucker out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, I definitely would love it. This black man, and he gave the formula. There's no secrets. He hasn't hide any punches. He said, I went to China because America was playing fucking games and got the biggest loan ever and built shit and made shit. And I'm giving them back the money tenfold. And I'm prospering so much money from what I'm doing that they said they'll give me as much line of credit and much money as I need. And he's putting it all into this community. Yes, I want to check it out. Yes, I want to go to the motherland. And yes, I just want to vibe and be me. If I want to grow my beard all the way to my stomach, power to it. If I want to, I'm sure they got some technology because I'm a bald-headed man, but I'm pretty sure they give me some shit that I can get my fro popping, some braids, some dreads, and then I'll start, it just, I got to check it out. And I believe everyone should check it out. You know what I'm saying? To see how things are. Even if you don't decide to live there, it'd be nice to vacation there. And I know my money's going to this community and building it up. And if he's welcoming me in, and I can sit there and I can take my family, and we got everything we need and some, you feel what I'm saying? Hell yeah. And why I would go over there is to show and tell stories and get things rocking so everyone can see. We have this fucked up mindset from being here in America that Africa is dirty, poor, and everyone's living in a fucking mud. That's the furthest thing. You feel what I'm saying? When you go over there, technology and things is rocking and popping. If Africa was so fucked up, all these other countries that talk about how fucked up Africa is wouldn't still be taking materials and items from them today. They're still popping off today. Gold comes from Africa. Your seasoning and salts and all that shit comes from Africa. Diamonds are coming from Africa. Oil's coming from Africa. Everything is coming from over there, but they don't tell you about it. So yeah, I'm down to go. And shit, when shit pops off, guess who's writing an email to Akon? The big fellas are doing a show. The Nobody's Podcast is doing a show. 25 The Coach is doing a show right there in Akon's new city. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be less like how when I left New York and I came down to Miami, I was like, hey, I'm a visitor. Hey, guys, I'm coming to get my car. I'm never coming back. I switched up my New York license from Florida license. I'm going to do that too. Hey, it's been real, y'all. I'm an African. Yeah. All right, bye. Claim the fucking phone up. I can't wait. I would definitely love to try it, see it up, and see what's going on.
All right, you gotta say.
As far as the topic is America for us? America ain't never been for us.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? We made it, but it ain't for us. But I don't think we have to uproot ourselves. I think we gotta have to understand our value and the power of us. We make shit hot. Like, all the clothes we make hot, sports, that's us. A lot of the shit is us. We just have to understand that when we hold so much weight and so much power in these things, we have to really flex it sometimes and really pass on the benefits of being in that position. Like a lot of dudes, they make it, and it wasn't for a long time. It wasn't necessarily cool to give back, or they wasn't worried about reaching back. So as long as we understand our value, what we bring to the table, teaching the next generation, even teaching people willing to learn on the same level as us, I don't think we have to get up and run anywhere. But what Akon's doing is dope as an alternative. If you're just one of those people that's like, you know what, man, fuck the bullshit. I just don't give a shit no more. I don't want to have to work under the idea of, well, if we come together, we can change. If you just like, nah, fuck it, I want to change. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't go to Akon City. If anything, you really shouldn't have needed Akon City to consider Africa in the first place. Africa, Ghana, places like that. If you were serious, you was already looking into this shit when they were talking about Trump being elected president. I know a lot of people made jokes about talking about leaving the country, but I know I spoke to a lot of people that were dead serious and started looking back then. So if you're serious about making a change, there's absolutely opportunities in these countries, in these places. Don't believe the bullshit. There ain't there's clean water, like you good, you got Wi-Fi. Stop believing the corny shit. If you're serious, it's there. And Akon's just making it cool. He's showing you, like, he's putting all the extra on it, like, but I throw that, they're gonna want to see that. Throw a little bit of that. But the truth is, there's always been another option. And if you don't want to fight the fight here no more, you ain't even got to think about it as running. You can literally just feel like you're going home to where you belong. And that's what you could have always done. But Akon making the city is dope. Big ups to him. A lot of people was trying to shit on him for when he even brought the idea to the table. So it's incredible that someone like Akon is realizing his value to his community in the sense of providing something for his people. That's dope. But the real remedy for all of this is understanding our value, and we can take over anything, anywhere. Because for the most part, a lot of the shit that's hot, we did it.
Yo, isn't it sad though that like we built America and it's not for us? That's the motherfucking point that like if you really look in the fucking mirror and you really want to analyze and talk some real shit, we built something and it's not for us.
Because we didn't understand we didn't understand the value. Well, we had a lot of obstacles to get here. We were treated like the workhorses. You know what I mean? Like treated like football. You get the workhorse running back, but all you talk about is the quarterback, Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch is a beast. He beast mode, but when it came down to get the credit, it's about the pretty quarterback, and that's how they treat us. But even still, we've made a lot of strides as far as economically and financially, and we always haven't done the right thing with those platforms and that level of money either. You know what I'm saying? That's why finding value in yourself and the value you can provide to your community is the absolute most important thing.
You know, like, all right, being in America, right? I've learned that, all right, when you reach a certain level, right, and you can be in certain rooms, you got to be careful how you try, right? Because at the end of the day, like, you say you want better for your own people here living in America, right? You're gonna face a lot of obstacles, not only in your Black community, but also white community, right? Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? They created Black Wall Street, and what these guys do went and tear it down because they know that in unity there's strength, right? And what they fear most is, you know what I mean, Black power, people that look like me and you rising up and come together and start supporting each other and build a you know what I mean, build our own infrastructure. You know what I mean? Build our own schools where we teach our kids about our history. You know what I mean? Build our own something like healthcare reform that benefits us, right? Not benefit for a Caucasian person, because at the end of the day, like, our biological development, right, is different from a Caucasian person, right? So all the medicine that we are using right now, we're using a generic medication, you know what I mean, that we don't know that affect us. So how about we have our own healthcare that benefits us? You know what I mean? Our own education that teaches about our history, our roots and culture. You know what I mean? And not a European culture, right? So it's just like that, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's just my 2 cents on that one. Like, as long as we're here in America, we will never be free and we will never be able to expand, you know what I mean, the right way. Because as soon as we try to go above the bar that they set for us, they're gonna knock us down. You know what I mean? Many have tried, you know what I mean? Look at Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? Me personally, I believe why this happened to Bill Cosby is because he tried to, you know what I mean, go against the status quo. Because this guy's been doing it for years. But why no? Right? Why no? You understand? So, like, when you see these things, then you understand that, yo, if you try to go against the status quo, they're gonna knock you back down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like to piggyback on what Lance was saying, like, you know, like when Akon was you know, with the idea of the city, like, you know, some people probably like, yo, like, for real. But Kanye West also too, he's trying to do the same thing in Haiti as well. So, you know, I think, like, you know, if you know, there's some type of you know, Black unity of like, hey, look, we should probably build elsewhere in other countries, maybe Haiti, Dominican Republic, Africa, whatever, and try to, you know, build up cities there for us, because maybe, like you said, when we try to elevate to a certain you know, degree, we get knocked down, maybe not approved for something or whatever. You know, sometimes we look at Kanye West like, yo, like, this dude is crazy, but like, you know, he ain't so crazy. You feel me?
Bro.
And also too is like, I feel like, you know, like, you got to keep your dream alive too. You know, like how he went from like, oh, I'm a producer, but then he's like, yo, I'm a rap. And then, you know, when he had the idea of like, yo, I'm gonna do clothing and I'm gonna do this, and like, yo, now he's like one of the, you know, overselling Jordans and the Yeezys and the this. and the production of clothing or whatever like that. And the idea of now also too building up a city in Haiti. So I'm like, yo, this should be like a blueprint, you know, for us to follow. Even the whole Jay-Z route too is like, hey, look, you know, we have attorneys representing us. We're going to, you know, file petitions for this. We're gonna, you know, whatever, you know, we're gonna do things the legal route. You feel me? All legal money, all legal route, and we're gonna follow the blueprint to make a change. So it's like more of us uniting and understanding the change, and also too supporting and backing them up, because we gotta play our role. You feel me? Like I'm not Jay-Z yet, or Kanye West, or Akon yet, or you know, or other you know, black people that are in this power to actually go ahead and meet with developers on building a city and understanding cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So I feel like this is very important for the culture, for us to, you know, to gravitate to this and tap in, so we can, you know, our children reap the benefits. You feel me? Because I feel like it will take some time, but that's my take on that.
Hey, Pablo, just want to clarify one, like just piggyback on what you were saying, right? A lot of people take Akon as crazy, bro. Just put everything aside. Put that you have a mental issue. When you listen to this guy is very intelligent and he know what he's talking about. He says certain things subliminally that a lot of people fly over people head, but like when you listen to this guy and listen to what he's saying, you know what I mean? He's speaking some knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, like, I hear people talking about, yo, this guy is crazy and all that. But like when I listen to this guy is speaking some knowledge. You know what I mean? And he's showing you what is there. You know what I mean? So
I couldn't live in any Kanye West built city. I just feel that he's always one temper tantrum away from losing his shit. And it doesn't make you crazy. He's just a very emotional person. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to like anything. Man, I built this and we're gonna make this like upside down triangles now because people aren't understanding and it would make sense. But I just need consistency. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, Akon is consistently this. Yeah. Kanye, not taking away his genius, but Kanye's this. It's just the way he's built. You know, it's this emotional thing. Just like in real life, you might vibe with somebody that is more chilled, laid back. Some of you need to vibe with people that have energy 24/7. And that just, I'm past that point of a hype man all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Akon, sit back and vibe. I can chill in that city. I feel like maybe younger people can go to Kanye West's city and that'll be the best thing for them. But I'm trying to chill out, vibe, you know what I'm saying? Drink a little Henny, you know what I mean? Vibe, get a little drink. Like I'm trying to do a different thing. I'm on my grown man shit. And like, I feel like Kanye would not be on that, like, you know, level. So I don't want to live in that city. Akon, yes. Kanye, 10 years ago, I would roll it. I'd say, fuck it, let's do this. Yeah, man.
You know, with all the jokes aside on the whole Kanye West thing, we do know he's a very emotional, you know, individual, wears his heart on his sleeve and stuff like that. But Kanye West, like, he's on the right path, man, when it comes to like the blueprint that he has on entrepreneurship and building up generational wealth and stuff like that. And I mean, that's the goal. You know, unfortunately, it sucks to see his meltdowns, but it makes you know, like, even with his meltdowns, it's like, yo, it shows that he's a human being and he has actually feelings and emotions. Because sometimes when we see people that we think they have it all together, we don't think that they have any problems. Another thing, moving to our next topic, I can't remember his name right now, the billionaire that Tyler Perry, that he's going through a midlife crisis right now. So, you know, so it's like, yo, all the money in the world or whatever, I think it's probably related to relationship issues, you feel me? Because, yo, when you have relationship problems, especially in your household or whoever you feel connected to or whatever, it's like that will throw your whole work off, your whole mentality off and whatever, especially somebody that you feel, you know, they're your support system, or they give you some level of comfort. Just hearing their voice every day, or just coming home to them, or, you know, the reassurance of this person's in your life. That's what I think it's probably related to. You feel me? Because, yo, he's been famous for quite some time. And, you know, when you're famous, you hear every type of rumor and every type of allegation. So I feel like you should probably already be kind of numb to it, you know? If we get to that level of success, they could be like, Pablo Maccabee is having a relationship with a dog. Like, he's gonna marry his dog. It's like, bro, like, what else? What what else are they gonna say? You feel me? So I feel like you should already be numb already and stuff like that. So I just think it's probably some personal issues, probably with his ex-girlfriend or whatever. That's my personal take on that and whatever. But yo, even people that are at this level of success, building his own studio for Black people, you know, in Atlanta and stuff like that, and reach a certain level of success from being homeless, is like even they have issues and problems. You feel me? So you know, so that makes me feel good in a way. You feel me? Like I can have issues and problems and still reach a certain level of success. So
I mean, I'm gonna end. I want to say something about Kanye. Then I'm gonna go into the Tyler Perry thing. I just want to shout out this for all the bullshit that Kim gets, and she gets a lot of it. When Kanye went bankrupt and had nothing, she created an app. She made so much more money onto it, and then she invested in her man, and he took off from there. And then he hit $1 billion. So that's the type of that's a strong woman. Like, you're in a relationship, you're on your ass. She could have easily been like, you ain't shit. You ain't got shit. You're bankrupt. And moved on. And she would have, because everybody thinks Kim's this and that. She could have found another person with money. You feel what I'm saying? But she held him down. She created an app and she moved on. You feel what I'm saying? From the situation. And with that money she invested back into him, getting his back taxes right and getting him a bankruptcy and doing all this shit, he want to make it $1 billion. So that's the type of support. So I applaud her on that one. Back to Tyler Perry though. The curse of the dress, man. People don't believe in it. People say, oh, it's too much. I really think a Black man, and everybody's done it and everyone gets affected by it differently. But I've heard so many people that have put on that dress for laughs have some bullshit somehow, some way come back on them. And I think it's to play the demasculating the Black man type shit. You feel what I'm saying? I believe it's like a little bit of a curse. If you know what I mean? Everyone's gonna have a different view on it. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion on it. But it's like, and I don't know where his mentals are at. You feel what I'm saying? And like people's DJ Pablo Maccabee was saying that you have to desensitize yourself after a while of success. Success is going to come with people talking about you. You put in a dress on, people are going to say the whole gay thing. You put in that on, getting money off this character, people are going to say you're weird. Some people are going to say you're odd. You're not really in the circle, but you're not out the circle. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, that could probably cause you to, double think things and stuff like that. But you have to be secure in your own self. But I'm just not a dress cat. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people that have done it before him. He's not the only one. But like Dave Chappelle said, I shouldn't have to put a dress on to be considered funny. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not going to do it. I never will, and I never have. He's like, I'm not interested. So, to each his own, I guess. I just think it's funny that, like, out of all people, he's going through his shit, and he was one to rock that dress super hard. That was his character. Ain't no empire without Medea. You know what I mean? And that's something he has to swallow. That's just my little spin on it, right or wrong. But yeah, man, your mental is important, and it does show that no matter what you got, who you are, what's in the bank, everybody can get affected by not truly being happy with themselves or not truly being at peace internally.
Yo, I didn't even think about it from the standpoint of the dress. I don't know. I just figured the man ain't getting enough pussy. Like, no disrespect, because you figure a billionaire dude like that, the last thing he should be having is a midlife crisis. Tyler Perry I never seen Tyler Perry with a woman long term. I never seen Tyler Perry out with no freaks at night. I never seen Tyler Perry with nothing. I've never quite understood what his life was exactly. You know what I'm saying? I figured he just had some long-time girlfriend that nobody knew about. But for him to be talking like this, it's a little concerning. Maybe the curse of the dress is real. Maybe all people see is the Medea shit. But I'm sorry, there's brothers with far less foolishness in their past that still get girls. Oscar De La Hoya, he get girls and he do coke and all that other stuff. And they got pictures of him all over in there. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. It's a lot, and it don't bother them. So it's Tyler Perry has this issue with the ladies, and then to succumb to so much, so many before you wish they could, and so many after you aspire to do. Like, brother, it shows you how valuable a woman is. It shows you how valuable a good company is. You know what I mean? But yo, I hope the brother's okay. He on his workout shit now. But I don't know. Best thing we can do is hope he good. Last thing we need is something happening to Tyler Perry.
True that.
100% I agree. We don't need nothing happening to Tyler Perry. He's very important to the culture and the future of film production, especially for the African American community. So, whoever is in his circle, you need to be there to support him. Whatever, find him a girl, whatever it is. Like, you feel me? Whatever inner peace he needs or whatever. But he's very important to the film industry and to the culture. Anybody else want to comment on this or no?
Next topic.
I lost my place. Major League Baseball is going to add Negro stats to the records officially. So this is good for Black history, man. That people that were playing baseball, that their stats are gonna be there and they get the credit that they deserve. Wise, you want to cover that?
Yeah, man, I absolutely love that. It's taken so long, but I will say this: baseball, I feel, has always made a push to right their wrongs. Kind of get over their sins as far as how things were. There was a Negro League, and then there was the Major League, and then when they integrated through Jackie Robinson coming in and stuff like that, and then after that, more and more blacks started getting into the league, and they changed history forever. They retired Jackie Robinson's number. They started giving all the Negro League players that were still alive a pension. So they've always been making right moves. And by doing this, you're going to see how talented the Negro League was, because now if you add on, these people to the, to putting their stats in, you're going to be like, a Cy Young who? There's a black pitcher named Satchel Paige that destroyed this man's records. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Babe Ruth hitting all these balls, you're going to say, Babe Ruth who? There's a black man named Gibson that was destroying shit. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'll say you have to hold weight to these things, there was a thing back in the day when they used to do the Negro League versus the MLB. Guess who won those games? The Negro League. There was talent there. I got to go back, and I'm going to shout out Chris Rock for this one. He said, I don't care about any stats that happened before inauguration of black people, because if you look at all the stats, they destroyed the early MLB stats. He was talking to Bob Costas on his show, and then he came there and he was basically saying, I don't want to hear it because you weren't playing the best competition. You know what I mean? So then Bob Costas is like, yeah, it's a solid point. Maybe we should only count the stats from when everything was together and go from there, because history's kind of got like a blank thing. Like you're saying, oh, this person. And then when you put everything together, you kind of just left that alone to die. But if you put those stats into it, you know what I mean? A lot of things change. Who was great? Who was the best? Who was the most dominant? I love it. It's going to change history. It's going to change the facts. And one thing I want to say is this. I love Jackie Robinson to the moon and back. That was the guy for Black history. When you were a kid, they say, choose your idol. I always was choosing, Jackie Robinson, because he crossed the line. He took a lot of bullshit and he tore up the league and he did great. In the Negro leagues, and this is no disrespect, Jackie Robinson wasn't our best. These are facts. There were people that were better than Jackie. You know what I'm saying? Jackie was, he was good. I'm not going to say he wasn't, but he wasn't our top shelf, as my Jamaican brothers would say. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't our best of the best of the best, hitting all the all-stars and everything like that. What you were militant-minded enough to know that if you got hit on the left cheek, you know what I'm saying, you will go to the right cheek. Because Satchel Paige and Gibson on them, if you said nigga to them, Gibson would have broke a bat over your head and then tried to stab your man. You're not playing that shit. Satchel Paige would have stayed out right when you left and beat your ass. Like there's so many people there that just wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Jackie could take it. So you needed a brother like that was good, that could take it. So my thing is, I send someone over to your side of the fence that's not the best of the best and still tears up your league. What's that saying for everybody else over there? So this is great. You know what I mean? I love it. I applaud the MLB.
I hate to be one of them dudes, but I could care less. It seemed like another thing that the white person would do to try to say, "Hey, look, we're accepting of you." Like it's incredible for the athletes who have never received the credit and the respect that their talents deserve. It's incredible for them. It's going to be incredible for people to see their numbers line up against the people they've always seen. To have that different point of view is going to be amazing. But when I look at it, it's just like, damn, this is 2020. It's been 2010, 2000. Why now? I can't help but be one of those people. What are you trying to accomplish? What's your end game behind this? What quote are you trying to meet? What influx in young black baseball players are you trying to reach? It just doesn't seem like a genuine thing. Like the Negro League's been hot. Like there was an era, I remember like 2004, 2005, where they were rocking the Negro League fitteds again, and New Era was pushing them. Mm-hmm. So that would have been a perfect time to introduce people to those numbers and those athletes then. But all of a sudden, everybody want to get in line and be like, "Oh, black people, we love you. Oh, we want your support." When in all actuality, you just want our fucking dollars. You want our athletes. You want what comes with the endorsement of a black person, a black athlete. So, on one hand, it's incredible for the athletes, the Satchel Pages, the Gibsons, the people that fucking should be in the Hall of Fame right now. Who should be on the front of people's brains that speak baseball, with the DiMaggios and the Mantles, the Babe Ruth. You should know the black baseball players of that era as well. So it's good for that, good for information. But you ain't gonna never sell me on some shit that's about 40 years too late. You kiss my black ass, and I mean that.
You know, just to piggyback on what Lance was saying, Pablo, you can attest to this. You know what I mean? This year, theme globally is inclusion. And you know, when they say inclusion, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Us of the black race should be included, right? So this is a narrative that they're pushing in even the workplace. You know what I mean? And as you said, rightfully said, Lance, this is 40 years too late. You know what I mean? This should have been out there already. You know what I mean? We have, and this happened over and over again. We have contributed so much to everything in America. You know what I mean? And on top of that, like, you know what I mean? I don't think, no matter what they're saying, that we do everything the best, right? If it's sports, we're at the top, right? If it's maths, we're at the top. We just don't get credits for all of these. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I rightfully, you know what I mean? I agree 100% with what you're saying, Lance.
Yeah, I gotta say, Lance, your perspective is, I gotta say, when you say, you know, you guys are late, yeah, I can't argue that. You know what I'm saying? That's a solid point. The only thing I can say to combat that just a little bit is, I feel, especially in our times, if the overall message from this is that, you know, it sends something to the newer generation, because the older generation already knows and should know better. But if it sends a message to the newer generation saying it's never too late to make something right, you feel what I'm saying? If that's the message that comes from that, and if that's the only message that comes from that, I think I can accept that.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem when if you look at it and accept it like that. I'm sorry. The coolest baseball player to ever live is Ken Griffey Jr. The black man. Yeah, arguably the best baseball player ever is Barry Bonds, a black man. Yeah, I can kiss my ass with that Babe Ruth shit, Babe Ruth ain't never had no Pedro Martinez throwing no funky shit at him. You know what I'm saying? What you know about that? No Doc Gooden. You don't know about no athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like you did your thing, but that's not what it's about. It's like basketball. It's like basketball. Like, yeah, it was nice until you saw that brother take off from the free throw line and you was like, oh shit, we all need one of those. So it's cool. Like I said, respect to the players who gonna get the recognition. But hey, man, you have plenty of opportunities for this. It just in this time frame, it don't feel right.
And just another person to put on it. It's crazy that Babe Ruth, but Hank Aaron really was the home run king. He took his record down how long ago? You know what I'm saying? This ain't something yesterday or new or even in our generation. I want to say he did it in the 70s. I'm pretty sure, I think 1974, 76, between that range.
Something like that.
So, you know what I mean? They hung on to that white boy for real. But Hank Aaron Ben broke that. It's 2020. And Hank Aaron, we can definitely say he broke it in the 70s. I want to say the earlier 70s. So you got facts with you. But yeah, I'm a Yankees fan. But boy, when Ken Griffey came away, this is all Ken Griffey right here, my nigga. Like, niggas don't understand. This is Ken Griffey. You feel what I'm saying? And having that little twitch in your swing. If you ever saw baseball, you ever picked up a bat, and you know what I'm saying? And just right there, you rotate this arm and hold. That's the Ken Griffey. And you swung and you make that. Yo, come on, man. Ken Griffey changed culture. You feel what I'm saying? Stealing bases. Oh, that's a home run. No, it's not. Ken Griffey. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. But yeah, you got solid points, man. Definitely.
Moving on to the next topic, Coming to America 2 is going to be coming out with Eddie Murphy. So one thing I want to say, I remember the original growing up, dope ass movie. Does it seem like Black Don't Crack? Them niggas like the same age on the cover, right?
Yo, I'm gonna be real. Now you can definitely say Black Don't Crack, but it's like some of them got older, like mine, older but finer. Homegirl that played Eddie Murphy's love interest, that she finally became the queen and left Queens with him to go back to Africa with him. She looked good. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in there. The women that are bringing back look good. So you know what I mean? We aged the best, damn it.
That's a fact.
It says. Shit. Now I'll let you finish. I'll add that to it. DJ, fuck you too. That's a classic. The barbershop scenes. He's like, just make it nice and neat. And that'd be $25. And all he did was cut his hair off. You know what I'm saying? He said, what you put in your hair? I don't put any chemicals, only fruits and berries. Boy, ain't nothing about you, perm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many scenes you can quote. So it's a perfect movie. It's a great movie. I'm happy all the characters being back. I hope the writers wrote a fantastic script for the all-star cast they're going to have. And you have to be on point. Because if you can't be better than the first movie, you have to be at least just as good as the first movie. You feel what I'm saying? You have to be up there. If they're A+, you have to at least be, you know what I'm saying, an A-. You have to bring something. It has to be entertaining. It's got to be funny. You have to be fantastic, from beginning to end, because Coming Up to America, the first one, was fantastic from the beginning to the end. You feel what I'm saying? So it has to be good. I definitely want to see the spins they're going to do on it. Them doing a bunch of characters are going to be, it's going to be great. Everyone's waiting for, the Soul Glow scenes to come back. Everyone's waiting for what they're going to do with their hair. They're going to see what the plot is. And it's coming on Amazon Prime. So hopefully, and I know Amazon's cutting checks right now, so I know the budget ain't going to be an issue. Just I hope all the actors are great. The timing, the comedic genius is on point. And with everyone returning, I don't see this being a big, being an L. I just want it to be good, because if this sequel's garbage, it's going to destroy the legacy of the first one just a little bit, because the first one's a classic, but it's going to be like it's going to fall apart. It's going to hurt the legacy of the franchise. It's going to hurt the legacy of the actors in it. But hopefully with all the people there supporting, I hope they're like, death before we let this shit go bad. So I'm looking forward to it. That's all I can say. I'm going to watch it as soon as it comes out. I'm going to give a fuck, give them that check, give them what they want, sit back, pop some popcorn, and watch it. And I'm going to let my baby girl, who'll be like 1.5 by that time, watch it with me on my knee.
Yo, Lance Draper, you back in the building or what?
Yo, I think I'm back in the building. I'm here.
Raven Simone.
Yeah, Raven Simone definitely cracked. That's the one black that cracked. I don't know if y'all seen pictures of her lately, but that's not a pretty sight. But I find it hard to believe that anything the GOAT puts out ain't gonna be hilarious. Eddie Murphy never under-delivers. One of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies are ones that people don't even like or think about. One of my favorite movies is Norbit.
Oh no, Norbit is
Eddie Murphy is a comedic genius.
Yo, Norbit is the best movie Eddie Murphy ever actually put out. Yo, you feel me? Refusion.
Yo, thank you.
I'm gonna show you how a bitch.
I said that.
Norbit,
I said that to people. They like, yo, Norbit.
Why you keep moving my seat? I know you move my seat because every time I breathe in, and the horn goes beep, beep. Like,
I mean, I can't agree.
Eddie Murphy,
he's had some misses to me, yo. I'm not even gonna front. Like,
never.
I would lie to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, that I cannot tell you, like, and I've seen it. Me watching Bowfinger, I couldn't get into that movie.
That shit was hilarious.
Yo, I mean, I can't point out a lot of them because he's still the man. A lot of people destroyed 1,000 Words. That was better than Blowfish to me. Yeah, you say in your opinion, you think he didn't miss, but I'm just giving you facts where people say he didn't do that good. You know what I mean? People did turn up Meet Dave. I don't think it was that bad. I'm not gonna say he's you know what I'm saying?
That's the only one.
The other ones were good. Did you like Holy Man?
I thought it was funny. It's Eddie Murphy is always
out of all
funny.
his movies, that's only three.
There's nothing that. It's crazy because Bowfinger was hilarious. The faces that homie was making. Oh God. Oh man. Yo, Eddie Murphy is a genius. The fucking GOAT. I don't care what nobody say. Like, there's nothing he could do wrong in film. He doesn't even get enough credit for being a serious actor.
Oh, I didn't list any of his serious movies.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, for the most part, like, because he's so great comedically, we don't even give him the credit he deserves as a serious actor. Eddie Murphy, top notch, elite level, GOAT. Yeah,
because I'm like, all his movies, he would have a level of seriousness in it, but it would be, you know, comic genius. There had to be some comic relief in there because, like, Boomerang, there was funny parts in it, but it's meant to be serious. Like, you know what I mean? Harlem Nights, there's definitely a lot of funny things in it, but Eddie Murphy there's scenes in that's serious. You know what I'm saying? Life, a lot of funny stuff in life, but there's still scenes that are serious. And for you to be able to switch that off and on, I don't think it's easy.
Hey, yo, hey, and it's a big showdown. Hey, everything I know now. Hey, you come up on them clown. Yeah, this is just the easy West will never be a friend. They say you should be peaceful, but I hope you comprehend. The people still a gold, the resources and the gem, and I'll be getting returned for that as slavery in the end. Don't believe it. They say we uncivilized and you believe it. Coming from under machines, we're acting greedy. Colonizing our town with diseases. Psychological warfare, we don't see that. Black up against black while them are deep. Financial independence, where them not teach. Our ancestors are born and them are weak. When them see the slave masters, we slow down. Right now, it's a big showdown. We not use no sticks, so we not play no stuff. And they recall bombs, we edge up on them blood. When you see the fire, it up on more down. Right now, it's a big showdown. We not use no sticks, so we not play no stuff. And they recall bombs, we edge up on them blood. When you see the fire, it up on. Restitution we seeking, but we know we never get it. I put you the door, an opportunity, we take it. You a billionaire, a Jay-Z, him already. Let's come together, have a conversation. More billionaire, PRF, the motherland, black lawyer, judges and black politicians. Let's show Congress that we all strong. We are really get the jump from Africa all down. Black clean from the left on a shit, the ramp. Entrepreneur, she got a ship, they well strong. Every ghetto you just put up on your hand and sing this one real strong word down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use no sticks and we not play no stone. And if we call bombs we a jump on them blow. When you see the fire lit burn more down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use no sticks and we not play no stone. And if we call bombs we a jump on them blow. When you see the fire lit burn, yeah man. Black Wall Street is a celebration. Let's come together and make the link strong. Stop by goals and start to buy land. Make history surrounding kings and icons. Invest in healthcare, education. Black Wall be a true generation. So by the time we reach the reach promise land, we have to make a toast to this and more down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use no sticks and we not bring no stone. And if we call the bombs we a jump on them clown. When you see the fire lit and it a burn more down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use no sticks and we not bring no stone. And if we call the bombs we a jump on them clown. When you see the fire lit and it a burn. And it's a big showdown. Everything a more down. Jump up on them clown. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that one is called More Down, you know?
Yeah. Great way to end the show. You know what I mean? 25 Hate the Culture. You heard it here first. Jah Single. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, yo. Just want to say thanks to everybody that's watching. Right now is gonna be before we close out. Papa Maccabee. What's that word they gotta put to get that free merchandise gift from us? I mean, what did I say?
Man, all legal money.
First person, first comment that says all legal money will get a free gift from 25 Hate the Culture.
Yo, thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for Jah Single for coming on the show today, man. I appreciate you for coming through, blessing us with your presence. Yo, we're looking forward to your EP that's dropping in February. Yo, in the description below, all the information will be there. Instagram, IG, merch, all that. Peace out from Pablo Maccabee from 25-8. Yo, Lance.
Yo, Lance Draper, shining out. Don't forget to check out the sponsor, the Big Money Boys, 258 The Culture, the hottest shit rocking. Holla at us.
Yo, money over nonsense always. And Jah Single.
258 The Culture. Don't know. Bad chica them type. Love to see the girl them when you ride pan bike. Sit down in a struggle, make you hold on tight. And if a red gold we a touch and I know.
Oh my God.
258 The Culture. All the time, you know what I mean?
What it?
That's fun.